Happy Boxing Day once again, and Tony here with yet another Christmas special tribute video from yet another one of my most favorite adult swim shows of all time, A Very Venture Christmas from the Venture Brothers, which premiered on Adult Swim on December 19, 2004. Much like my experience with Metalocalypse, I was first introduced to this show when I was 17 years old one summer in Los Angeles while I was vacationing with my parents and younger siblings. And I was immediately hooked, not just with the awesome settings and the world building, but also the equally wonderful and absolutely vivacious characters. From the titular Venture brothers, Dean and Hank, to their father, Dr. Venture, to Dr. Orpheus, to the Monarch, and to my most favorite character of all time from the show, Brock Samson, voiced by the ever-awesome and ever-macho Patrick Warburton. Suffice to say, this show is what would happen if you were to combine all of those classic cartoons such as Scooby-Doo and Jonny Quest and classic pieces of work such as the Hardy Boys and add in some irreverent adult humor, and you will get something that manages to be both a pastiche, an homage, and something that can be thoroughly entertaining from beginning to end. And that is what the Venture Brothers is for me. Now, going to this Christmas special, I had a lot of fun with it. It managed to be a quite exciting story for the 11 minutes that it was worth. And for that is just saying something in terms of how much action, tension, suspense, and comedy it managed to pack within just 11 minutes. My personal highlights from this episode has to be Dr. Venture's dream sequence akin to A Christmas Carol, in which Dr. Venture first sees himself encountering the ghost of Christmas future to see what would happen to him in that very day. And he finds out that his tombstone is inscribed with his name on it, and the ghost of Christmas future is revealed to be none other than Brock Samson. And as Dr. Venture is weeping and bawling his eyes out, he ends up waking up and realizes that it was just all a dream, and he feels a lot better and livelier, and he even ends up flying throughout the town without his robe, and even greeting all the characters, such as Hank, who is dressed up as Charlie Brown, complete with that worn-out Christmas tree, and of course, my personal favorite, the Dean in a Box, which is so adorable. And Dean even says that no one likes the Dean in a Box. Well, I managed to find that scene really hilarious. That is until he ended up waking up and realized that he was almost about to be turned into a pansy. The other highlight also has to be the Monarch. Every time this villain appeared on screen, my eyes managed to be totally glued to him, as he has all of these schemes and devious plans to want to destroy the Venture family, with his assistant, Dr. Girlfriend, kind of thinking that his plans are a bit too hackneyed and a bit too overdone, but the Monarch, being so sure that he got everything under control, is quite something that is so admirable about this particular villain. However, the biggest highlight for me when it comes to this episode is none other than the Krampus. Yes, it was kind of Dean's fault for releasing that mythical monster, but the confrontation with this creature was quite exciting and, dare I say, thrilling, yet also manages to pepper it up with its signature dark humor. From the Krampus whipping Dr. Venture to even sodomizing him. Oh my word, that was completely hilarious in a very dark and kind of creepy, if not rather sinister way, which managed to be a lot of fun and quite entertaining in that type of way. And also, the battle that Brock manages to get himself into with the Krampus is just as awesome. That is until 12 midnight hits that the Krampus ends up placing baby Jesus on the bed of hay, does the whole Venture Mansion blow up, and wouldn't you guess, it was yet another dream from Dr. Venture. only to be revealed that their plane ended up crashing, which was kind of uncalled for, but other than that, it was quite an epic, fun, enjoyable, and absolutely exciting package I had from this particular show. So if you're hankering for a Christmas special that guarantees a lot of laughs, wonderful homages, as well as some really fun action and some wit to be found, as well as some dark humor with no cream and no sugar, then I highly suggest that you give A Very Adventure Christmas a go. You will definitely enjoy yourself, not only seeing the battle between Brock Samson and the Krampus, or even that scene where the Krampus was punishing Dr. Venture, but also the many interactions that the brothers have with each other, as well as the many hijinks they get themselves into. And for those of you who watched this particular Christmas special, what'd you think of it? Did you really enjoy the Krampus's presence and in all of his grotesque glory? Was there a scene that you really enjoyed the most? Or did you feel like this particular Christmas special did not really catch your eye? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in much later for my final Adult Swim Christmas special tribute of this year. And this time, I'm going to take a look at a Huey Freeman Christmas from the Boondocks. So until then, happy Boxing Day, everybody!